Yo! It's John Latte. I was going to use my actual voice, but there were some issues. I did made a Q&A announcement before and was going to answer questions back then, but I got too busy. Better late than never, right? Ha ha ha. Let's start answering some of your questions. The first question is from Just a Mario Fan. When do you think the You Can't Hide animation will be done? It's one of my favorite Five Nights at Freddy's songs. Hopefully, the animation will be done by the end of this summer. Still not sure yet cuz I'm also working on other projects and my actual job might get a bit in the way, but I'll let you guys know. Plasmations, SFM asked. Hello there. Will you ever do any tutorials on how you do your amazing animations? I would like to do a tutorial for you guys, but my laptop will die if I were to record and open SFM at the same time. Once I get a better PC, I'll get a couple tutorials out. Young Dash asked, how happy were you when Lunatic Plush Trap accepted you into another round collab? When did you feel that it was time for you to leave this community?
I didn't feel anything at all, to be honest. It was just a normal collab. It wasn't too special to be excited about. My wording probably made me sound like a stink. I didn't mean it in that way, but I was just there to finish a part so the collab can be a thing, and it turned out great in my opinion. Everyone in it did an amazing job. Viper SFM asked, on what equipment do you animate?
I'm just going to show a picture of what I use. It's not the best, but hopefully one day I'll get out from the closet and get videos out much smoother. Kit Animates asked, awesome. I'm a little late on this, but here I am. I have a few, but if you want to pick just one, that's completely fine. 1. Biggest inspiration for your animations? 2. How long do you typically spend on an animation? 3. What's your favorite thing to animate? 4. What do you use to edit? 5. Any advice for new animators out there? I'm going to answer 4 and 5. I use Sony Vegas to edit, and my advice for new animators is to keep trying to become a better you in animation. People will give up because they think they're not good enough. If you don't keep trying and push yourself a bit, you won't accomplish anything. I believe in the potential of each and every one of you. Blueberry asked, what are your thoughts on Animators Hell being cancelled? It was pretty shocking since I thought it was a rumor. It sucks, but if the developers felt they had to do it, then I can understand. I just wish the best of luck to them on their future projects. Oh shoot, I'm early asked, how many YouTubers have you enjoyed working with? I enjoyed working with every single person I've worked with. They all talented in their own ways, and I'm glad we worked really well together. Gold Snaper Animations asked, 1. Did you watch Special Strike Rebellion? 2. How you do the lighting so good? I actually haven't watched it, mostly because it's not really something I'll see, and I believe it's like 2 hours long or so I don't plan on watching it, but props to the hottest dog nonetheless. And for your second question, I feel like rim lights can make things look good sometimes. I actually don't know how to answer that. I just do lighting that fits well with the scene. Randy asked, when did you start working on animations and at what age? I started on animations when TF2 stop motion animations were kind of a big thing, so around 2013 or earlier than that? It's been a while, so I can't remember. I was around 12 years old in 2013, so yeah, a long time ago. Anthony Gaming asked, will you have a bet with Farewell Games again? Maybe. Many of you guys asked me this, who inspired me to animate? To be honest, no one. Don't get me wrong, there's so many people that are really good at what they do, but I personally don't get inspired by anyone. I feel like if I were to be inspired by someone, then I'm just following their footsteps and trying to be like them. I'd rather be my own inspiration and do things kind of original in my way. It's completely fine to be inspired by someone, but it's not my type of thing, you know? Create your own path. Daddy Roger asked, John Latte. 2. Peacock Plus asked, what would you consider to be your driving motivation, and what are your goals in later life? For example, would you be continuing plot-centered music animation, changing to different types of animation such as a large-scale series or film, or will you be switching to something entirely different? My motivation is, and I mentioned it before, if I stop and don't continue working, then I'll never move forward. It gets tiring sometimes, but I'll keep working hard so I can show you the content I have planned. There's already a Five Nights at Freddy's series that isn't music related, on the works. There's going to be a 15-minute episodes hopefully, On my view of the horrors of the games, I do have goals in mind, but that's something I'll say later in the future. Wicktron asked, what are your PC specs? I'll show a screenshot. It's bad, I know, it's sometimes a pain in the ass to work with, but I try not to let that stop me from what I want to do. Mima-san asked, nothing. Everything is the result of nothing. We are all nothing, our friends, our family, our animations. Everything. Nothing. Eventually, you will rot away with them, and our world will be but a barren wasteland, just above the spoiled soil. How does this make you feel, John Lindy?
I'm not going to accept that fate.
Kyron DeWitt asked, when you make animations, for example Into the Pit, do you know the story of it? Or do you make animations without knowing the story and just make the animation based on what you've seen of other animations of that particular story? I like me some context behind each story from the games or books, so I can get what's the theme and plots of the story, but I will kind of start going to a different direction from the original story. For example, my labyrinth animation, of course in the original story everyone dies in the fire, but, in my little twist, I had baby survive the fire, which led to the events of I Can Fix You. Sometimes the original stories can get animated a lot and can get pretty boring sometimes in a way, although the animations that are produced are so good, but I like to change things up. I also get asked this a lot, about a particular animation people want to see, and it's the fire. I'm just going to give it to you straight, it's not coming out, but wait. Let me explain. Many of you might get disappointed, but I felt as if the fire animation isn't my best work. It just didn't went well with the whole Elizabeth story, it kind of made no sense and I just didn't feel it, you know? Like, the whole animation is done at all, but I'm not proud of it. I Can't Fix You was the last part for the Elizabeth story and I'll leave it as that. I hope you guys will get excited for another 3-parted story, and it's the Funtime Freddy and Michael story. Everything is planned out. The songs I'm going to be using are, of course, You Can't Hide, second part will be, They'll Keep You Running, and the last part will be, It's Not Over, if the It's Not Over song comes out. This will be out for you guys to see, I hope you'll like it in the end. Baxilal asked, how do you see the FNAF animation community by 2024? Do you think it will die out by then, or expand further? To be honest with you, I'm not sure. I thought it was going to die 2 or 3 years ago, but it kept getting hyped up and the fans keep it alive with animations, fan art, their own fan games. The community keeps it alive, so at this rate, it might die out around 2026. If not then, damn, I know I might not be around to continue FNAF by then, ha 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 ha. I'm going to answer a couple more questions before this video gets too long. I hope some of y'all are not asleep. Random Short Production asked, how long do you think you will be posting? I'll definitely post a lot more for years to come, but it won't be all animations. I want to do different things and entertain and help people out. Making animations can be very tiring and it can become very stressful, so I would like to take some time from it and do other things like making gaming videos or something else between animations with friends that I've met throughout my animation years. Goopy Spring Boy asked, where's my Among Us drink? Also, what is your favorite collab you hosted or were in? Your drink is in my refrigerator, you can come get some by earning it. Also, I have no favorite collab. Every collab I'm in has been a blast, and each and one of the collabs has their own memorable moments. There's so many talented people that I haven't heard of, but yet they surprised me. So there's no answer to that, cuz I liked every collab I'm involved in. Dapper Animation asked, what is your biggest fears? I don't really have big fears, but I guess being alone is something that bothers me. Nobody around me or just being alone in general can be a very scary thought, but I don't really have a big fear, if that makes sense. Withered Golden Freddy asked, what is your favorite FNAF animatronic of the franchise? And what is your favorite FNAF song to animate it? I'm starting to like Funtime Freddy more as a character. At first it was the OG FNAF 1 Freddy, but something about Funtime Freddy is cooler, I guess. And the songs I like to animate Funtime Freddy with is of course CK9C's Funtime Freddy music or Sister Location music. Something about his songs are creepy in a way. There's like a personality with the songs that made me have the story ideas. Not Solo Wallen Y asked. Honestly, it was hard to think of stuff with the rules you placed, but I thought of some, regardless. 1. Do you have any old channels? 2. Have you made any models before, and if so, may you show them? I didn't really had an old channel. This channel was a gaming channel before. I recorded Minecraft videos and other things that I forgot. Unfortunately I deleted them, and so I have no proof to show. I guess it's a good thing since it was pretty cringe. And sure, I can show you something I've made. This was an attempt of modeling Optimus Prime from Transformers Prime. It's kinda decent, but oh well. Mr. Fusion asked, do you like horse? Extra question, why did you do the funny theory with Memever and Memebear? LOL. It wasn't me. I don't even remember saying that. I'll find out who it was trying to scam me. A Normal Spider asked, what inspired you to get into animation, and if you could go back in time to when you first put up your channel, what would you want to say to your past self and why? And is there anything you would want to say now and resent for your future self to look back on? If I can go back to tell my past self something valuable, it'll be, take breaks. Be more nice to yourself. Overworking can cause so much stress, and it'll be the end of you if you don't try to have breaks once in a while. Yeah, I wish I can have breaks, but my mindset is too far gone now and it just wants to keep working. I guess it's a good thing but also a bad. And for the last question, her ex asked, how about you ask us one question? Sure, alright. If you were in my animation position for a day, what will you do or post on my channel? Make sure to leave those answers in the comments. That's all for today. Perhaps I'll do more Q&A videos with me actually speaking. Be sure to check out Muscape cause he's the one that made the lovely background music you guys heard. Thank you guys for sticking around, and until we meet again.